Well, thank you very much, Mr. Dubey, for talking to Bloomberg TV India. It's a pleasure to have you.
Pleasure is equally mine.
Thank you. To start with, on the pre-owned car business or the used car business, we've seen actually an uptick, especially this financial year, on the back of the slowdown we've seen in the new car sales. So how has your pre-owned car sales business panned out in the last 4 years since you started, and where do you see it going over the next few years?
Okay, so let me start from the outside-in approach. The size of the used car market, multi-brand now we are talking about, not any one brand, is already larger than the size of the new car market. So in India today, for every one new car that is sold, between 1.1 and 1.2 used cars are sold. As an economy develops, as the per capita incomes go up, as the number of brands that are introduced goes up, the ratio of used cars to new cars keeps on increasing. In the United States, it's close to 3:1. Therefore, the prediction is that in India, this ratio will also grow. And therefore, the logical corollary of that is that the growth rate for the used car market will be higher than the growth rate of the new car market. So that's the long-term secular trend. Right now, the new car growth is somewhere around between 9 and 10%.
That's slowed down now.
It has slowed down, yeah. So I'm just building up. So if it is 9 to 10% for the new car market, for the used car market, it will be 14-15%. In the used car market, the organized sector is only 13%. The rest of it is unorganized. 60% of the used car market is customer to customer. You want to sell your car, I want to buy it, and we do a deal. 27% is the friendly neighborhood broker. The organized part of the used car market grows 5 to 6% higher than the overall used car market, right? So the organized part would grow at 20-21%. Mahindra First Choice Wheels is very small. We are the largest in the multi-brand category.
But in the country right now?
In the country, yeah, as a pure multi-brand used car player, where our business model is to buy, to refurbish, and to sell as a certified car, multi-brand. We are brand agnostic. It doesn't matter to us whether we are dealing with a Hyundai or a Tata, Maruti, Mahindra, BMW, Mercedes. Wherever there is a demand for a car and there is a supply of a car in a good enough condition for us to take on and then refurbish and sell it as a certified car with a warranty, we are happy to deal in that. So we are the largest there. True Value is larger than us, but they are essentially an exchange program. Their basic purpose is to promote
the new car sales.
New model, yeah. And similarly for the other OEMs. So we are already India's #1 by far multi-brand used car player.
There is a Car Nation as well.
Car Nation, the size of Car Nation in the used car market
is still very small.
Is much smaller than us, yeah. So we have already sold cumulatively more than 1 lakh cars. Last year we sold 34,000 cars. This year we'll sell 46,000 cars. We have already on ground 180 outlets for Mahindra First Choice Wheels. Another 22 will be operational in the next 2-3 months. Now, I don't know the exact size of Car Nation, but it is nowhere near us as far as the used car buying and selling is concerned. We are in more than 100 cities, by the way, right? But the bulk of the volume will come from 7-8 cities, which is the good old NCR, Mumbai, Chennai, Bangalore, Kolkata, Pune, Hyderabad. So these centers would account for roughly 80% of the sales. But we are present in about 100 cities.
Sure. And you are going to go beyond these
I don't think we'll go beyond the 100 is a very large footprint because we want to do clustering. Sure. Because we are going to be focusing on depth in the markets that we operate in. I think 100 is a wide enough footprint. So I don't see a proliferation for Mahindra First Choice Wheels. But we have a sister company called Mahindra First Choice Services that is a multi-brand service company. Currently, we have 11 outlets because it's a very new company. But in another 3 years, by the time Mahindra First Choice Wheels reaches 500 outlets, Mahindra First Choice Services will be 350.
But why can't it be one company? I mean, what is the rationale behind setting up two companies?
Sure, because the areas of focus and the business dynamics are very, very different. Sure. There is synergy between the two. Hopefully, many of the Mahindra First Choice Wheels customers will get their cars serviced by Mahindra First Choice Services. And hopefully, many Mahindra First Choice Services customers will sell their cars to Mahindra First Choice Wheels or would have bought their cars from Mahindra First Choice Wheels. Having said that, at the peak, only 30% of the customer base of Mahindra First Choice Services will be Mahindra First Choice Wheels customers, because the number of repair orders that would be required to give us the scale and profitability in Mahindra First Choice Services, that will require a customer base that will be much larger than the number of cars we'll be selling in Mahindra First Choice Wheels as things stand today. So in First Choice Wheels, by the year 2015, we should have an annual sale rate of 100,000 cars.
Okay.
By that time, Mahindra First Choice Services will be large enough to require a customer base that will be larger than the Mahindra First Choice Wheels car park.
Sure. So how the margins in this business coming along?
The margins are much higher than the margins for new cars, for the dealers. Right, and we have, it's a highly profitable business if you can get the business model right.
What are the kind of investments that will go in services then, and how much has it gone in these?
Services would be roughly everything taken together in the order of 200 crores.
So are these investments secured already?
Yeah, let's put it this way, that already planned for, not already invested, because we are scaling up.
You also mentioned that you're the largest e-auction player in the country. Is that true? Tell us more about it.
That's not a very well-known fact, but today we are already the largest e-auction player for vehicles. We are larger than eBay, and we are larger than anybody else in that business. So we will continue to grow there, but the real opportunity is to create a synergy between the brick and mortar world that we have already created and which will grow larger, and the click world. And once that synergy is created, once that model starts operating, then it becomes a very, very powerful engine. And that's what we are working on.
Sure. So let's say in the next 3 to 4 or 5 years, where do you see your First Choice Wheels and First Choice Service go beyond the number of outlets that you're looking at in terms of operations and financials? How do you see yourself panning out?
Oh, we'll be a huge company. We'll be a huge, huge company. Even today, the activity level is roughly 3.5 lakhs per car. So if you're going to do 46,000 vehicles, you can see we are already more than 1,000 crores of activity level.
All right.
And if we are going to be 4 times this number, plus a huge amount, a multiple of this number in the e-world, and then with the growth of Mahindra First Choice Services, you're talking about a few thousand crores of activity level. It's not a very small business.
So that's where you see yourself over the next few years.
We have to be that. We have to be that. If we don't scale up, then we won't have a viable business.
Have you broken even for now?
No, we have not broken even. We have not. There are outlets that have broken even. There are verticals that have broken even. But for the company as a whole, we have not yet broken even. Wheels hopefully will break even by next year. Services will take another 3 years. That's a new company. There's a huge amount of investment.
Servicing, of course, is one area where everybody is focusing on because you have better margins and the growth opportunity. So you think 3 years' time, you will be able to break even in services industry as well?
I'm very confident we'll do that. We have got the business model right. We have had to sort of experiment with a few formats, but now we are totally confident that we have got the business model right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dubey, for your time. It's a pleasure to have you.